Good morning and officially Happy New Year. I knew where we needed to start this year off with education 2 weeks ago when Dr. Brian and I were discussing the findings of that case study and increasing telomere length of a young girl who underwent chiropractic care. Before we get into this week's topic, you need to understand just some basic paradigm about cell biology. And that up to this point, it's been widely touted that your DNA determines your cellular identity. It has been widely accepted that your DNA is the mastermind of all the cell's activities, and it's used as the cookbook for all of the processes of your body. This week, we're going to aim to change that paradigm, and we're going to talk about epigenetics. I will warn you, this can be a polarizing topic, somewhat controversial if you've had a patient who has had cancer, genetic predisposition, or family history of any disease. But in the last 16 years, 2004 really, or when some of the landmark studies came out, epigenetic research has established that DNA blueprints passed down through genes are not set in concrete at birth. Okay? It's been determined that environmental factors and how you adapt to your internal and your external environment can modify these genes without changing the basic blueprint. So, to illustrate this point, I want to show you and talk to you about a study. This is an agouti mouse. The one on the right. It's yellow. It has an abnormal agouti gene. It not only makes them bright yellow, but it makes them obese and it makes them predisposed to cardiovascular disease and cancer and diabetes. So they took these yellow mice, these agouti mice, that has the abnormal gene, and they gave one group of them an increased, a better, improved diet with supplements. And one group they took and they let eat their normal standard diet. Now get this, the group that received the supplements, their offspring was exactly what you see on the left side of your screen. The group that received their supplements, even though they had an abnormal gene, their offspring were standard, brown, lean mice who ate half as much as their parents. Guys, this picture is striking because although the two mice are genetically identical, they are radically different in appearance. Did you hear me say that? These two mice are genetically identical. What you can't see in the picture is this yellow mouse on your right. It's diabetic, while its genetically identical counterpart is completely healthy. So coming back, similar studies have been performed in other mammals with other changes in the environment. Whether it's stress, whether it's diet, whether it's movement, whether it's positive reinforcement, and most of them have concluded the same thing, is that life experiences alters your DNA. Not necessarily its sequencing, right? But rather its form and its structure, including the chemicals that decorate it and how tightly it winds and packs around the proteins inside of the cell. But these changes, right, often referred to as epigenetic modifications, that makes it easier for genes to express or suppress whatever sequencing it needs to, or it wants to, or innately desires to. So please use this as a stepping stone for the beginning of 2021, as patients always, you always want to start a new year with a new you. Inspire them that they have a choice and that chiropractic is one of those environmental factors that helps their body not only internally but respond to everything externally that life throws their way. Make it a great Monday.